Welcome to the Startup Funding Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, where we talk about how to raise funding and invest in startups and the time it takes to drink an espresso. If you have a question about startup funding or investing, please go to the website, startupfundingespresso.com, and type in your question into the chat bot in the lower right corner to receive an answer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot of startup funding and investing. In researching a market, it's important to identify the ideal customer profile. The ideal customer is the one who is best suited to buy your product or service. A startup should focus on finding and selling to ideal customers instead of selling to anyone. Here are the steps to identify your ideal customer profile. Review your customers to identify the characteristics of the best ones. List out their characteristics including what problem are they solving? What size budget do they have to solve the problem? What else do they bring, such as education, experience, or training? And what position do they hold in their company? Interview ideal customer candidates for the following. What do they read? Where do they hang out? What are their overall goals? And what attracts them to events, content, or networks? And what do they not want? What networks do they join? What other activities do they engage in? Combine the answers into an ideal customer profile that you can use for your sales and marketing activities. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start listening to today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.